Are you ready to crack the code on the renting versus buying rule? Join us as we reveal the game-changing 8.71% rule that will help you make the best financial decision for your future. Stay tuned. Ever wondered if renting or buying a home makes more financial sense? We've got the answer for you. Have you heard of the 8.71% rule? Financial considerations are frequently at the center of the argument between renting and owning a home. Which one is the wiser financial move? When you rent a place, the only thing you receive in return is the money you give to your landlord. For instance, if your rent is $2,000 per month, you will spend $24,000 a year and not see that money again. Owning a property, on the other hand, entails mortgage payments that cover the principal, interest, and extra costs like maintenance. We must calculate the amount of money we won't receive in both cases to make a fair comparison. Ben Felix, a Canadian portfolio manager, initially presented this idea in his video, Renting versus Buying, the 5% Rule. The main goal is to estimate the monthly cost of homeownership and contrast it with the cost of renting. Buying a home may be preferable if the monthly cost is lower than renting a comparable residence. Renting can be more advantageous, however, if it is less expensive. Property taxes, maintenance expenses, and mortgage payments, in Ben's opinion, are the three factors that should be taken into account when calculating the monthly cost of homeownership. Property owners must pay property taxes every year. They stand for a portion of the property's value that you owe the federal or state government each year. The average property tax rate for residential real estate in the U.S. is 1.11%. Let's say for this example that we have a $500,000 home, resulting in $5,500 in annual property tax payments. When weighing the price of renting versus purchasing a home, homeowners insurance is a crucial factor to take into account. If your house, its contents, or your liability for incidents on your property are damaged, this sort of insurance offers financial protection. Home value, location, and coverage options are some of the variables that affect how much homeowners insurance costs. To make sure there is sufficient coverage, it is crucial to check several plans. To locate the best policy, investigate your insurance options, comprehend coverage, and speak with experts before making a purchase. You can decide whether to rent or buy a property with greater knowledge if you take homeowners insurance into account. Another expenditure related to homeownership is maintenance. 1 to 2% of the property's value should be set away annually, according to experts. Let's suppose 1%, which equals $5,000 annually for a $500,000 house. Contrarily, renting offers freedom and fewer commitments, but might not have the same long-term financial advantages. Limitations of the 8.71% rule. Before choosing between renting and buying a home, one should take into account the 8.71% rule's obvious shortcomings. Irrationality in humans. The idea that people will use their capital responsibly is flawed, to say the least. When it comes to investing, people are frequently impulsive and not always disciplined. Renters may not always make prudent financial decisions, even if there is an opportunity cost associated with the down payment. People could make financially unreasonable decisions, which could have an impact on the possible profits. The fluctuating cost of capital. The calculation of the cost of capital assumes a fixed interest rate over the entire mortgage term. However, because mortgages have an amortization plan, the amount paid for interest and equity changes over time. Early on in the mortgage, more interest is paid, and later on, more equity is built up. Changing circumstances. The rule makes the long-term assumption that conditions won't change. However, elements like inflation and shifting mortgage rates can have a big impact on how much it costs to own a home. The 8.71% rule is a benchmark used to contrast the monthly costs of renting versus owning a home. The monthly cost of homeownership is calculated by taking the cost of the home, multiplying it by 8.71%, and then dividing the result by 12. Renting might be more advantageous if the monthly cost of a comparable rental property is less than the estimated monthly cost of buying. In conclusion, the renting versus buying debate is a complex one, and the 8.71% rule is a valuable tool to consider when making this critical decision. Remember, it's not just about the numbers. Lifestyle, long-term goals, and personal preferences also play a significant role. Please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.